Good morning, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to Monday, January the 9th, 2023, the only Monday, January 9th available this year. All the others have been sold out, and so this is the only one we get to hang out with. So welcome all, unless you're in an alternate reality. It's January the 9th, 2023. Do you guys know anybody out there that's in an alternate reality? Sometimes I feel I do, but I don't know. Anyway, we're here and we're alive and we're cooking and we're watching an up market this morning. So far, pre-market what? Let's see how it progresses. We had a 700 point gain on Friday. I'm not giving that back. Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll take that. That gave the week a gain. That made the week last week an up week because after Thursday, we weren't up at all. Now the question is there any follow through on this? Are we going to get a 500 point, 1,000 point week follow through, 200 points a day average, or are we just going to top out here and kind of meander? We're going to find that out. Oil is up 245 a barrel today. This renewed optimism, this renewed speculation that China is going to ramp it up and it's just going to be great, and oil is in unbelievable demand everywhere. I'm not sure. Not everyone, many economists have been calling for, yelling for, screaming for, and boldly predicting a recession is coming. It's been like a year. They've been hasn't happened yet, but sooner or later they're going to be right. So they're going to be able to pat themselves on the back. I called the recession back in 2020. It took until 2023 to happen. I called it. So if there is a recession coming, and it's in the U.S. and Canada, and it affects Mexico, it affects Latin America, it affects South America. There's this half of the world. There's already a recession in Europe. If this continues to fester on, it will spread to Asia. It'll spread to the Middle East. It'll spread to Africa. And so it's a global thing. Everyone can pat everyone on the back and going, way to go, way to call the recession. And oil will not go anywhere. Nowhere. Lower, probably, not higher. We'll let you know. And in the meantime, there's a new game in town. I was just talking about this with my Gold Bagel members, the folks that have that are one of these right here. If you're a member of this channel, there are two levels: the regular level and the Gold Bagel member. Gold Bagel members get to join me live on the pre-alert show every day, Monday to Friday, when I'm on the air, which we just finished a few minutes ago. And on that pre-alert show, we covered a number of topics, of which one had to do with the new flavor of the month. We have a new game in town. The game is now basically which companies out there are going to sell more stuff or just as much as last year, maybe bring more money in by raising their prices. But even with all that, of all those companies that are reporting okay gross sales, how many of them are going to run into what Lululemon ran into today, which is the estimates of margins, profit margins are going to be dropping. This is a stock killer. Last year and the year before and the year before and the year before, all you had to do to get the stock market all excited about your company was you just announced that your sales were up. You met the increased expectations of the street of gross sales, and profitability would usually follow because inflation was 1.5 to 2.5%. And so if you increased your sales by 5, 6, 8%, chances are you made more money net profit per share, even with a 2% inflation rate. This year, that's all changed now. We don't have 2% inflation. Depending on the business you're in, and this is the key right now, is what are you doing? What part of the economy are you involved in? You may have inflation from 6% to 16%. It all depends on what you do and your scenario. So you better have 10% better sales, 15% better sales to offset the increased costs of being in business. Problem with Lululemon is their numbers are up, I think, 23%. Their actual sales year over year are 23% higher. That's not good enough because the analysts are going, the margins are going down by 1 full percentage point. We think this is a pattern that will continue. This isn't a 1 quarter one off. This is going to go further, which means that as much as they're generating, they're getting eaten alive at the back because it's not how much they're bringing in, it's how much they're spending against what they're bringing in. And what they're spending is much higher, and they're not increasing the prices to reflect all of that, only part of it. So Lululemon has raised prices somewhat, sure, but not equal to the actual cost of inflation because Lululemon is getting hit from various angles as a importing retailer. They make their goods overseas in the third world, more or less. So they produce their merchandise, which is in huge demand, with third world labor. Whether you agree with that or not, that's your own personal opinion. I don't care. They then bring that product to their North American distribution centers. Cost of shipping much higher. Then they distribute the product throughout their store chains, which North American and now Europe and so much higher distribution costs. Then they deliver the product to their regional distribution centers, costing more, to their retail stores, and each retail store is costing more to operate. If you're not a retailer, you don't understand this, but retailers also get hit with inflationary price increases. Number one, labor. The cost of an hourly employee at a Lululemon store has gone up dramatically, like all other fast food outfits, clothing outfits, any retail outfit. You go to a shopping mall and walk a mall with 150 stores, and every single one of them had help wanted signs, and many probably still do. They certainly have help wanted postings on the internet. They may not have it in the window, but they sure have it on the internet. Their labor costs have gone up 10, 20, 30% in the last year. To try to retain people has been difficult. Can you imagine being a clerk in a retail store with angry people like us coming around? We're no treat to deal with, not at all. Then there's the increased cost of energy. Air condition a store, heat a store, light the store. Then there's the cost of insurance that's going up, the cost of security, the cost of business taxes, the cost of rent, depending on what hot mall you're in, because Lululemon is not in cheap strip malls. They're in high quality products, high quality locations. And so this all adds up. And so money going out the back door is rising faster than the money is coming in the front door. And even with increased sales, the stock is getting hammered. And this is the new game in town that we're going to follow all this year in 2023, probably all next year in 2024, because inflation is not yet a year old. The whole inflation thing we've been talking about, they started rumoring it last year, February, March. It was March, April, May where it really kicked in, and we began to see the Federal Reserve raise rates to fight inflation. Many analysts said they waited too long, but nonetheless, they did it. And so, because inflation will not go away in 3 months, inflation is going to be with us for 3 to 5 years minimum, at least 4 to 8%. It might top out at 8, 10, 12, 16, depending where you are, and then come back into that 6, 7, 8, 9, and then come down to the 5, 6, 7, and then the 4, 5, 6. That's still too high. The Fed will crush inflation with interest rate hikes. The market is beginning to understand this now. But outfits like Lululemon and Home Depot and Lowe's and Staples and Costco, Walmart, Target, Ross stores, all the big retailers, all of them, and then all those retailers in the shopping malls, all those guys, they're all going to be fighting the inflation fight for years. This doesn't end, and this isn't an 8-second attention span problem. This is years in the making, years of our future, which brings us back to the new game in town. And that is, if you're a corporation that is getting hit with inflationary increased costs, everybody is, and you're trying to raise sales with price increases and just better marketing, at the end of the day, it is likely your margins are slimming out, which means your PE multiple, the price earnings multiple of your stock, is likely to balloon up. And that's the wrong direction in a higher interest rate environment and in a higher inflation rate environment. You're supposed to have your PE multiples come down. The only way you can have your PE multiples come down is if the stock price comes down or your net earnings go way up to justify the stock price you have right now. Therein lies the big question. Who out there is going to get hit with a PE multiple downgrade? What analysts are going to pick on what stocks that are getting this PE multiple examination being done on them? Lululemon was this morning's victim. Lululemon's one of the biggest winners out there, huge winner. They had a tough time during the economic meltdown in 08, 09. Their stock dropped dramatically. It was a bargain of all time because everybody was a bargain at all time. You could buy stocks at a quarter the price that you used to be able to in like a year because it was a bad market, because everybody was worried about financial meltdown and complete collapse of the economic system and so on and so on. Congress stepped in, and the Senate and the White House, they passed legislation. They funded the markets. The Treasury stepped in. The Fed stepped in. GM was saved from bankruptcy, and on and on and on and on. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Since then, corporations have improved themselves. Lululemon, by far, is so much larger now than they ever were at that time, and they are now a multi-billion-dollar per quarter outfit. Huge, getting bigger. But Nike and Foot Locker and all the retail, like all the clothing outfits that you folks love to go to, just think about the hundreds of brands out there. They're all fighting the same problem. They're all getting product made in the third world at slave labor prices, bringing it in, calling it American branded merchandise like Nike, which is made by slave labor overseas. We're paying $150 for a pair of shoes that cost $8 to make, if that. And yet, these guys have expenses in North America they can't escape. And that is the rent and the overheads and the insurance and the shipping. And Americans cost a lot of money. Canadians cost a lot of money. Europeans cost a lot of money per hour to employ to get you those running shoes or the spandex top or whatever the pants you're wearing from Lululemon, to get them from the truck at the port or the train at the port, the container at the port, to get that item onto a shelf to a store near you. That is the big problem for these retailers. This is where all the expenses come from. To actually produce it, make it, put it in a box and ship it on containers is actually not that much. The profits get eaten alive from the container being unloaded from the ship to the port, and from the port to ultimately your local store. That's the problem. And the longer those pair of pants sit on that shelf and don't sell, or the runners are in the back of that shoe store for months and not moving, that is a meter running that is eating away at the profit margin, just eating away. And if they have to discount those runners by 30% to move them, that is huge profitability loss. Now it's just capital recovery. That's all it is. This multiplied on a massive scale is why PE multiples are being observed right now. They're in big trouble. There are stocks in big trouble with PE multiples that are too high. One of them, in my opinion, Amazon. Amazon is way too high for its PE multiple. Another one you could say is Tesla, but it isn't. I don't believe Tesla is in trouble. Yes, the PE multiple is 34.9. Yes, it is. But Tesla's earnings and revenues and sales are surging. Their sales are surging. Their production is surging. Every quarter, Tesla is a much larger automotive producer of product and will be for the next 10 quarters because the Giga Berlin plant, the Giga plant in Austin, Texas are just now firing up. They're coming up to like half production, two-thirds production. They're going to keep maximizing them up. And their cost of production per vehicle will drop because of the volumes. And so, in my opinion, the Tesla shares a year from now, if we looked at potential revenues and earnings, whatever, could be under 30, could be in the low 20s. 2 years out, could already be in the teens. 2 years from now, Tesla's numbers will be much higher on a quarterly basis, much higher on a per vehicle production basis, and cost per vehicle cost will be lower. So Tesla, although they are fighting like any other automotive company, inflation, they're able to win the battle with increased volume of production. That's the secret to their success. The Cybertruck is coming. They're doing the semis, and the rumor is that they're revamping the Model 3, Model Y, and there's another vehicle in the pipeline that'll be in the $30,000 neighborhood, $25,000 neighborhood. We don't know when, we don't know what, but in 5 years, Tesla will be selling double what they're selling now or more. Can't say that for GM and Ford. They're not going to be able to double their sales in the next year or 2 or 3. That's not going to. They'll be lucky to get a 2% increase, 3% increase. They'll be lucky to break even with production, but that's remains to be seen. So PE multiples are what we're going to be watching for. Upgrades, downgrades on this, and this is the new game in town in the stock market. And the inflation problem is not going away. As option writers, which many of you now are, who watch this old man, you guys are now writing options to make money on your portfolio, writing call options on stock you already have that you want to have, you want to own for a while. A number of you are sitting here going, Bruce, I want to become a self-employed person. I want to write options, not just on stock I have, but because of you, you're showing us what vertical spreads are all about, poor man covered calls. And I'd like to write poor man covered calls, and I want to write my way out of a job. And a number of you are well on your way to saying, see you around, boss. I'm out of here. I don't want to work for you guys anymore. You've had me in the warehouse for 5 years, and I can never get into the office. I come into the office wearing my steel reinforced boots and my jeans and my safety vest, and none of you take me seriously for management because you just look at me as a grunt in the back. I'm out of here. I gave you 5 years. You had your chance to move me up. You know what? I found a new gig in town because in the back there, it's so quiet back there with you guys screwing up here, and you won't hire me to help fix it. I've had time to watch Uncle Bruce on the Stock Markets with Bruce channel on YouTube, and I've learned a new game in town called writing stock options, call stock options against stock and ETFs and mutual and contracts that I have as poor man covered calls. I am bringing in so much money now a month that I don't need this check anymore because I can't afford to not be in front of my personal device to follow the markets anymore. I make way more money following the markets than hanging out here. And oh, by the way, I don't have to wear steel reinforced boots or a safety vest and worry about a forklift driving over my foot or anything like that. So I really kind of like hanging out with my pet dog or my cats or my girlfriend or my wife or my children. I really like this life. And I say congratulations. Welcome to the party, pals. Those of you who have been signing up for classes lately, way to go. A bunch of you have stepped up and have decided it's time for me to grab some classes here, get with the program, because there are viewers over here constantly talking about the options they're writing. And I want to be like these people. I want to do what they do. I want to go to there, as Tina Fey would say, or Tina Fey's daughters would say. I want to go to there. Well, if you want to go to there, it's a wonderful journey once you arrive. Start taking some classes, become familiar with how options are written. My website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca, is where you got to go. The website contains all 14 classes so far. More classes are coming. Start with lesson number 1 and move on from there. Congratulations to all of you who are doing this, and to those of you who are becoming successful as option writers. Welcome to the party, pal. It's pretty good stuff. Thank you all for your support of this channel. Those of you who've become subscribers, love you guys. Those of you who've become members of this channel, I really love you guys. The members of this channel make it all happen. Without members, we're off the air. And I thank you all for that. People have been asking me, what does my future look like? What am I going to do down the road? I'm now 67. I'm not a kid anymore. I still review my situation daily and weekly, and just, ask myself how much longer am I going to keep doing this. We'll just keep on rolling at the moment. This Thursday, if you are interested in hanging out with me for an hour live on camera, I am doing a 6-on-1 show, just one this week. This week, Thursday, I'm doing a 6-on-1 show. It's a 1 o'clock Eastern to 2 o'clock Eastern time frame during market hours. And the situation is, I'm in the middle on a camera, and there are 3 people on each side here, just like the Brady Bunch. And we're comparing notes on option trading and the markets and everything else. And you can ask me whatever you like while markets are trading. And for some of you, you may find, I know that you've mentioned to me, those of you who have already done these, the $150 cost to be a member of that select group of 6. It takes about 5 minutes, and you've figured out more ideas on how to make that back for the rest of your life than the cost. If you'd like to be in on the 1-on-6 program, it is this Thursday. You need to make a donation to my PayPal link, which is here scrolling, but it's also down below. $150 gets you in. Send me a private email and just say, Bruce, I just sent you $150. Please send me a link 10 minutes before you go on the air on Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern. I'm in for that show, and we'll take care of you, and we'll get you more educated on what to do, or help you decide your next option move, whether you've already got options written, you're thinking about buying them back, and you want to roll them over, you're thinking about writing something new, and you want to kind of get my thinking on a 90-10 rule scenario, or some snake bid ideas, or whatever it is. Let me know. I'd be more than happy to welcome you into the party. We have a few openings left for that, and anybody who wants to do it, let me know. Okay, thank you all. That's the I think that's the gist of the announcements. Great to have you here. We are green at the moment for this market. I am showing the Dow up 118 points, S&P up 20, NASDAQ up 73. Crude is $237 a barrel, up at 76.14. There you go. That is the story. A quick a little update for you on Jen. Jen is doing very, very well. Thank you all for passing on kind regards to her and best wishes to her. We are getting Jen ready for her physiotherapy sessions every Tuesday and Thursday, and we'll be doing 6 weeks of those. And she met her therapist last week for the first time, and we're good to go. Jen is improving every day on her mobility and her ability to stretch more and walk more and do little things more. It's fantastic. Pain level is dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. The only pain level she's really experiencing is pain level from the surgical incision, which of course makes sense, but that is dropping. And the other pain she's suffering from, which she's laughing about too, is her knee is bothering her because of all the exercises she's doing. She's pushing herself to strengthen her knees, her legs, her ankles. So she's doing all of these exercises that the physiotherapist has suggested to her in so many times a day, and she admits that, man, my knee hurts a little, but it's okay. Well, at the end of the day, she's strengthening that area of her body as well. So it's one of those things, as you all know, when one thing is repaired, then things get stronger everywhere else, because when you can begin to move and you increase your mobility and you increase your stamina and you increase your overall health, the rest of you gets better. And you have to kind of drag the rest of your body with you. And instead of deteriorating, things are now building up. So we're very pleased. And we thank you all who've been so kind to us and sending the best wishes to Auntie Jen. Those of you who've been making donations to Auntie Jen's surgical fund, we thank you for that, of course. We are 99.99% convinced we will be doing this a year from now again on her other hip. And we'll have her, a year from now with 2 brand new hips. And she will be hopefully unstoppable. So keep her fingers crossed. We'll keep you posted. It's all good. Jen Jr. is doing great. She's helping out dramatically. Been a lifesaver for us. It's allowed me to continue to be on the air, which is really the big point. She wanted to be here so that Dad could keep doing what he does with his viewers, and then she can take care of her mom during the day hours, and I can take care of Jen in the evening hours. We can get through it, and that's what's happening. And it's getting easier to look after Jen every single day because Jen is able to do more and more stuff for herself, which is what she wants to do. And so it's looking good. Thank you, all of you out there who've been throwing thumbs ups our way. I know Lorraine is number 81 already. Appreciate you all being here. Keep it coming. Sky High Kite says, I want to be part of that 30,000 a month club. I can't blame you for that. And let's see what's all going on now. Splair saying, Uncle Bruce, can this Google News affect Tesla? Buyers in China are demonstrating in front of the Tesla store because they want a coupon or something like that because the new discount on Model Ys and 3s. I don't think that'll affect the stock in any way, shape, or form. I have no idea what that's about anyway. What else is going on? Welcome all. Number 93 from Ron. Ron, thank you. Number 93. Good morning. And Zed, I'm joining in way too early this morning. Brian, I'm number 96. Good morning, sir. And Nicholas, man, I have to stop working and become a bagel member. I would love to have you join us. We open we have the for lurkers, we're available for the first half hour or so of the morning. And then between half an hour and 0 hour, we shift over to members only. Thank you all for following this channel and your comments, suggestions, you name it. It's great. It is hard work for me to stay on top of all, but I love it. And so we just keep right on going. Special shout out to a buddy of mine who may or may not be watching this morning. Ran into a bit of a headwind this past weekend, and he's in the hospital up north, and we're thinking of you, and we're waiting with bated breath updates on how you're doing. Just keep hanging in there, and I look forward to talking to you very soon. Thank you all again for following this channel, being part of this crazy gang of intellectuals and degenerates, as we like to call ourselves. Thanks for being part of Stock Markets with Bruce. We try to cover the markets in plain English as best we can. We have a half an hour to go before we open for trading. We are positive-ish. NASDAQ up 2/3 of a point. The Dow up 1/3 of a point. That seems to be it at the moment. 239 gain on crude oil is where we're at right at the moment. We have now 106 thumbs ups. Thank you for that. Every bit helps. On the pre-market, to kind of give you an idea of what we're seeing on stocks that we're following, we'll go through that here in just a second with you. We have let me do that over there. We've got Rocket Lab ahead by about 3 cents a share to 426. Stock gained 6 cents on Friday. SoFi was down a penny Friday, but it's up 4 cents this morning to 466. GameStop on Friday did eke out a gain at the end of the day. It was up 24 cents on late Friday, and it's up another 19 this morning. 1665 is where GameStop is at the moment. Matterport was up 9 cents on Friday at 272. It's now sitting at 270, let's call it 278, up about 6 cents. 23andMe was down 1 penny on Friday, but it's up 2 pennies this morning, 207 last trade. Spire closed at 98.5 on Friday night, and then I guess in the after hours on Friday, it got up to $1. I haven't seen anything yet. ATIP was sitting at 31 cents on Friday night, up 2.4 cents a share. And now this morning in the pre-market, it looks like it's up 2 cents to 33 cents a share. Smart Rent was up 4 cents Friday. It is up now 13 cents after hours Friday, 286. Don't have a quote yet this morning, but 286 was Friday night after hours closing. Sextera was up 4 during the day Friday, but down 4 so far this morning at 193. Apple gained 459 with that 700-point climb on Friday. It got up to 129.62 for the close. Right now, 130.18, up 56 cents in the pre-market. Goldman Sachs was up 432 on Friday. It's up 134 additionally now at 349.42. Cisco Systems gained $1.44 on Friday. It's down 4 cents at the moment, pre-market at 48.28. Not much change there. Tesla was 113.06 at the bell Friday, up 272 for the day after touching 101 at one point. Now this morning, it's 117.05, up 399 in the pre-market with 28 minutes to go. So we're at 117 now on Tesla. I think we reached 123 as our highest trade since the sell-off. I believe the shares about a week or two ago touched 108, and then they rebounded to 123 and then went all the way down to 101, and now we're at 117. So $6 more from here, and we would be hitting higher highs from the sell-off, and that technically is a big deal. A lot of people are going to watch for this, including me, so we'll keep an eye on that. ARK Innovations, the Cathie Wood ETF, ARKK, was up 35 cents Friday. It's up 81 cents this morning, 32.19. Microsoft was up 262 Friday. It's now up 113 again to 226. So there's a recovery slowly happening on Microsoft. Remember, those of you may recall that we have backed off, in the last month from 257 all the way down to like 222. Now we're back to 226. So we have a long way to go for Microsoft to get anywhere near where it was. But it has, in the last 2 days, bottomed a bit and has now popped a tad. Bed Bath Beyond in trouble. Was down to 131 Friday night, down 38 cents. Right now it's 156, just up a quarter, but I would avoid Bed Bath & Beyond. Pfizer was up $1.26 on Friday to $50.92, but we're off 79 cents this morning, and we're at 50.14 this morning, holding that 50 level though. HPQ, Hewlett Packard Inc. Was up 114 on Friday. It's up 6 cents now, 28.42, as improvement continues to come into that one. The old Carvana lost 14 cents Friday. It's up 8 cents, 9 cents this morning, 450 on Carvana, a $400 stock, getting crushed. Google was up $1.39 on Friday to close at 88.16 at the bell. It's 88.79 right now, up 63 cents a share. Amazon, 86.08, up 296 Friday, right now up 115 to 87.25. What holds me off from jumping on Amazon to tell you guys to really look at it is because of its high PE multiples. I don't like the multiples for Amazon. I love the multiples on Google and HPQ, Pfizer. Microsoft is getting very affordable. like Tesla's potential. I just think the stock can go to 160 without too much difficulty. In a week or two or three, maybe we'll see. Hopefully today. Cisco I like very much. Goldman I've always liked. Apple is now priced in this, if it's in this 120-30 range, priced right. And then of course the former SPACs, love them all, and we'll keep an eye on all those with you. That is the indication here so far this morning. Larry Titus, good morning. I'm 111. Thank you, my friend, for being here. It's great to have you join us. Brian is here, and now Larry is here, and we have so many of these folks here. Thank you. Zeta State, Uncle Bruce, if we have GameStop options, if we've got GameStop options with $17 strike, should we roll? Expiring in March, or should we wait? What should we do right now? Well said. The shares of GameStop, are nowhere high really. I mean, 1650 on the pre-market, where you're still out of the money. You don't do anything really. Right now, you wait it out a little longer. Time is your friend at the moment. And even if the shares were to reach 17 or 17 and a half, still no cause to jump all over them at that point. We'll keep an eye on the option chain, of course, and see what gives. But, right now, the plan in my mind for you is you want your shares to drop in value nicely from where you sold them at. And then the next step you're going to make, hopefully, is you're going to buy back your March calls for less than half of what you sold them for. And then perhaps write April or May's for what you sold these March 4s in the first place. If you sold these at 4, you're buying contracts back at 180, you want to write new contracts at 4. And there's that 220 lock-in that comes into you. And what you do with that $2.20 a contract, of course, is up to you, whether you want to get additional deep in the money calls or whatever else. But that's the strategy here, my friend. And so sometimes it's a day or two between trades. Sometimes it's a week or two. Sometimes it's a month. It all depends on just the market's behavior and volatility of the stock, of course. And so right now, GameStop is up 13 cents. So it doesn't seem to be going very far, very fast this morning, but you're doing okay. I like your position here. Who else is saying here? Welcome all. What we got here? Yuan is saying that there was another ship that got stuck in the Suez Canal, some kind of a ship carrying Ukraine grain, and it got towed out of there, which is good. JJ is here at thumbs up number 110. Thank you, my friend. Scott Brewer, love you, Bruce. Keep on rocking. Thank you. Appreciate that. ATIP is looking good this morning, says Jonathan. Maria, hi, Maria. 118 on the thumbs up here from South Carolina. Good morning. Enjoyed my lesson this weekend. Right on. I know a number of you have made New Year's resolutions that you're going to become, you're going to become option writers. You're going to get better at it. You're going to become more educated about it. And I commend all of you who have decided that's what you want to do, because this is a new career, and you're taking lessons one at a time. $150 a lesson. Whenever you buy one, you can watch them as many times as you want. Buy one, buy two, buy them all. Doesn't matter. Well done. I congratulate those of you who are taking the time, hour and a half to 2 hours a lesson ballpark, to get a handle on what it is we talk about here every day, and makes it easier to follow what we're up to, and you'll begin to realize, oh, I too can write an option on my GameStop or my Apple shares or my ETF that I have that's publicly traded. I can do all kinds of option writing. I can do pull night cover call option writing. I'm learning a lot on this channel and on these classes. The investment you make will, the more you invest into yourself, the more the payoff will come back to you. Oscar Davila, 120 thumbs up. John Bickman, 121. Thanks, both you guys. BWI, I was number 64. Swiss National Bank posted an annual loss of 132 billion Swiss francs. It said the biggest in its 15-year history. The The colossal losses will not change its monetary policy. Yikes, yikes, and more yikes. The good news is that the Swiss National Bank has trillions of dollars in assets. They'll survive it. But yes, it has been an entertaining year or two, hasn't it? Very much so. I see Tesla now 117.63. We're up 450 on the pre-market. That is a higher level than before. As we're coming into the final 20 minutes before we start trading, the Dow is approaching 100-point upside here on the pre-market. S&P up 16, Nasdaq up 59, and crude oil up $2 even. That's a little weaker than this morning. We were up 250, 260. So that's what we're watching there. All right. There's all kinds of talk right now, and this is this underlying stupidity that's out there. I keep mentioning it, and I will not stop it. There are analysts out there, supposed analysts. Okay, let's get to the quick. These people are called analysts. The only reason they're being quoted is they work for company blah or company blah or company blah. They're with Wall Street firms, and they're considered to be, all-knowing and all that. They're not, okay? They're young, inexperienced people who think they've studied a lot. They've probably been experts at university at getting their degrees and partying on weekends. Don't want to poo-poo these guys because they're the best of the best from the classes they came from. But from the school of hard knocks, they know jack squat. And there is this constant messaging coming out. I'm having trouble finding the words because I'm so, I have such disdain for these stupid people. This constant messaging keeps coming out from these so-called experts who speak on behalf of their companies in a way to say, well, the job market, the wage increases were not as high as feared. Maybe we're coming into a soft landing. And that's what the Fed wanted. And the Fed can say, mission accomplished, and let's end this tightening program, and let's lower rates again, and everything's just going to be fine. These people have no idea or will not admit maybe what they know, and they don't want to say it, or worse, they know exactly what's going on. They know exactly the pain we have to go through for the next 3 years. But their bosses won't let them say what they want to say. That could be, which is worse than these guys just being idiots and not knowing a difference. They're being told to put the word out there to the public that, all is well. There's nothing to see here. Everything is great. I'm the almighty wizard, and I'm pulling handles behind the curtain, and you keep that little pesky dog away from me, and don't move the curtain out of the way, because I am the big wizard here. You better fear what I do. It is laughable that one or two economic indicators come out of hundreds of economic indicators every month, and these so-called geniuses latch into a couple of these little messages and say, "Oh, see, there you go, Fed, way to go, Fed. You can go back to where you came from. No need to do anything here." First of all, the Fed doesn't listen. The Fed doesn't care what an analyst thinks on Wall Street. Couldn't give a crap. Because they know that these guys didn't study like those guys did at the Fed. The ECB is talking about aggressive interest rate hikes to control inflation in Europe. And this is going to spill over into America. You think America's an island and can't be affected by the rest of the world. Forget about it. That's not what's going to happen. It is going to be affected dramatically. And we're going to have higher rates here for quite some time yet. We haven't topped out yet, and we haven't flatlined yet once we do top out. And that could take till the end of 2024. And 2025, I'll talk to you about the possibility of lowering rates. This is what no one wants to talk about. The Wall Street guys don't want to be the ones to tell you. They don't want to be the one to tell you this bad news. They want to be the good guys. They want to be, the underdogs. And if things change 6 months sooner, they can say, "You see, we told you we were right the whole time. We were right the whole time. We thought that interest rates would top out in 2021, but it topped out in 2025. But it's okay. We were there." It's all bunk. It's all crap. And they're not doing their clients any favors, because there's a lot of clients out there who are waiting for any signal from their Wall Street people to what should I do? What should I do? And what Wall Street never does is tell you to sell. Never, never, ever sell. So you believe these guys? Good luck with that. There you go. All right, John, thank you. Oscar, thank you. DH Ruta, number 129, thank you, my friend. Let's have a great week this week, says Joe K. I agree with that. What can I say? Is this Tesla going down to 100 a share? Could, but could it go to 150 first? Could it go to 140, 50, 60, 70 and stay up there? Could. Will it never touch 100? Might never touch 100. Good luck, Mike, on trying to guess that one. We're at 117.38 in the pre-market. A 421 gain so far. Volume of 4.3 million, far as best as I can tell. Doesn't look like we're going to 100 at this moment in time. Looks like the markets are getting better. 0.34% gain on the Dow, 0.49 on S&P, 0.60 on NASDAQ. Looks a little better. Oil, 236. We were down to $2 a barrel on the gain. Now it's back up to 236 on oil. So there's a lot of that going on. A lot of speculation. See what happens there. We now have 14 minutes left to go before we start trading for the week. Thank you all for popping in here. Wing Commander, I'm 171, Bruce. I just been to give you a like, back to lurking and watching on the rerun. Right on, pal. Deep value, Jim Cramer says sell, but he says buy high and sell low. I'm very confused. Wing Commander, 131 is my actual number, not 171. Well, thank you, my friend. I appreciate whichever thumbs ups you are. We see 135 now in the system. Thank you all for helping out with the thumbs ups today. I appreciate it very, very much. What else? What else do we talk about here? Boy, I'll tell you, the weather systems out there are unbelievable from what we're watching. Thankfully, where we are, deep Southern California, we have no issues with the bomb cyclone and this atmospheric river that's hitting Northern California. It's not affecting us. Thankfully, we have had very benign, sunny, calm weather here, which is typical. But you never know with these systems. If they drop a little to the south, the way they circle through, who knows? Will the drought be helped? They say not really, which I find hard to believe that not really. I wonder how much of the moisture can find its way over the Rockies to the other side. That's where they need it a lot for the Colorado River Basin. I don't know. I'm not an expert in that area, but boy, you wonder what's going to happen there. But lots of worried people in the northern part of the state, especially farmers, ranchers, very worried about too much water too fast, flash flooding, and so on. Anyway, there you go. We'll see how that goes. Mirko is saying here that the next trouble Tesla is going to be facing is a gigafactory in Germany. Nobody here wants to work for Elon because workers are treated differently in Germany than the U.S. We're used to at least 30 days paid holidays, health benefits, and a lot of other stuff. Mirko, I hear what you're saying, but I gotta say that perhaps, again, I don't know German immigration law. I don't know German labor laws. I got nothing. I know jack squat. But I do wonder about how many new immigrants have come into Germany the last 5-10 years. I mean, how many millions? Syrians came up there. We've had Turkish, we've had Greek, and how many of these guys would be willing to take a job at the factory as opposed to a traditional German worker that knows the game, knows the rules? I'm clueless. I don't know, but I really wonder if it will be that difficult. I don't know. Financial mischief. If Tesla wants to drop back under 110, I'll be more than happy to average down. That's if not, that's okay. I'm all in profit and a small position I own, and I'm okay holding it. Makes my portfolio look better. Nick, drought problem in California only helped by snowpack surviving March into April. There you go. I think the thing with Tesla to really understand is that Tesla is a long term play. It's not a 1 quarter thing. Uh, I just get the vibe that the shares are headed to 140, 170. I think that's where they're going to kind of settle in at. 100 is too low, 200 is too high, 140 to 170 might be the place it lands out as they increase and ramp up production globally and continue to dominate the electric car market. But you know what? I'm just one guy. And we'll see what gives. As far as my option writers go, I'm saying to them, hang on. If you haven't written yet, you might want to hold up. Let this stock break 123 if that's going to happen today, maybe tomorrow. Maybe the stock is headed to 130.35, and you might look at writing 140s, 145s, 150s for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months out. You might get your hands on a $25 premium writing 150 calls. And you're saying to the market, you want to take me at 150? That gives me 175. I'm happy to take it. We'll see how this plays out. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Mirko, you are right, Uncle Bruce. But if the immigrants work at VW, BMW, Mercedes, or anywhere else, they get much more. There are news articles that the Gigafactory really has trouble finding enough workforce. Very interesting, Mirko. And again, I don't have the local news, so I can't, I have nothing on it. But it will be interesting, won't it? Just to see how this all falls into place as time goes by, America. But I also think Tesla's going up. He says, yeah, there you go. That's the other thing. The thing about Tesla, as we are aware, you got the Berlin Giga plant in Austin, you got the Fremont, you got Shanghai. And Shanghai is more or less up and running. Fremont is going 110 miles an hour. Austin is quickly ramping up. Now Berlin is ramping bit by bit, getting higher. And then there'll be other factories. And there are countries who would dearly love to have Tesla factories. Countries don't care about Elon's Twitter crap. They don't care about his personal anything. They want the jobs. And I can see Tesla opening in Mexico without a doubt. I know that Tesla has been courted by Canada for Ontario and Quebec. They have really gone after them to say, come on up here. We're part of the auto trade. We're part of the auto pact. We're part of NAFTA. You can make parts here. You can make cars here. Tesla sell in Canada. Canadian-made Teslas might get special treatment with Ottawa taxation. I don't know. I'm sure Mexico is offering all kinds of concessions for land tax deals and whatever have you. Tesla will have no shortage of interested parties that would love to get a giga plant in their part of town. Indonesia, the Philippines, Vietnam, South Korea. Where do you want to open up a plant? I'm sure Tesla can just, there's probably 24 countries they can choose from, if not more. So we'll see how that plays out. All right. Alberto says, Tesla is a buy for me. With your process, I have averaged down. I've been able to double up on the number of shares. I'll keep buying while they're under 125. There you go. Deep value. Who shorted GameStop? Mirko, Alberto, that's what I'm going to do. Mirko says to Alberto, a lame duck. Tesla was over 1,000 a share before the 3-to-1 split, by the way. Mirko loaded up. Tesla is not going anywhere. Splair, in the worst case, we Polish citizens become to offer from Tesla in a local agency, and then always people come back to work for almost triple the income that you get in Poland. This is the other thing. With the EU, you have people from other countries that can come into Germany and work under the open border system, and folks from Poland will come in and work at the Gigafactory in Berlin, make money they can't make back home. Same with Greece and other countries in the EU. That is true. But again, I'm not the expert on this. Splair, At least you still get around 4.5 zloty for every euro. There you go. There it is. Mirko, but loading up on GameStop down here is also tempting. Trying to get 100 calls on GameStop after that 100 Tesla. Neve, I have shorted Tesla recently, but what would you think for a 1 month or so time frame? Yeah, I think we're way oversold on Tesla and have been for now 2 weeks. Doesn't mean there's an instant recovery, as you've seen. There isn't. There are moves, sure. We haven't had a recovery yet. We went from 275 to 104, 101. This at 117 or now 118. This is not a recovery. This is only just a dead cat bounce. We need a breakthrough 135, 140 to see and then call a recovery. But hey, this might be it. This could be it. Splair, Berlin is not so far from the border. Is probably an idea he has in the back. That's right. Poland to Berlin is a bus ride of an hour. That's true. In theory, there could be people commuting daily to go to work. Others, who will find an apartment for 4 people. They'll grab a 2-bedroom with 4 people, and Monday to Friday or whatever the shifts are. There's usually 2 in the apartment, and sometimes 3, sometimes 4. I don't know. Whatever. Alberto, Uncle, what did I miss on Sunday's call? I sent Beach Boy an apology. I never miss appointments except when grandkiddies have at least a minute request. I was having a one-on-one with Beach Boy on Sunday, and he asked me, hey, could we link in Alberto? I said, it's your dime. You want to link him in? But we were late getting started, which is my fault on Sunday. So by the time I linked over to Alberto was with the grandkids. And by the time Alberto figured it out, Beach Boy and I were done. So that's how that went. But it's all good, buddy. Maybe down the road we'll do something else. Those of you who, love having one-on-ones with me, just so you know, I'm happy to do a one-on-one with you on your own if you like. But if you have a relative or a family member, like your parents or your uncle or your brother or your sister, obviously husbands and wives, you want to have 2 of you talk to me one-on-one, but you're not in the same location. I can bring in the second person. You're the lead sponsor of the get together. I can link in someone if you'd like. And so keep that in mind if you're thinking down the road, yeah, I'd like to do a one-on-one with Bruce, but boy, I talk to my dad all the time about writing options, or I talk to my mom all the time, or I talk to my brother or my sister, and they keep asking me questions. And I think, why don't I just do a one-on-one with Bruce and link them in? And then they can ask questions as well. And that'll help me help them, and maybe you guys split the price between you. I don't know. Just let me know if you want to do a one-on-one. Sundays are the days for these. Miracle GameStop, I'll reach within 3 to 5 months, and Tesla hopefully till the end of 2024. Mr. Premium of the option. Number 149, Bruce, with 2 minutes to go to the opening. 2 minutes to rock on, says Flair. Yes, indeed. We're getting ready, kids. 118.90 on Tesla, up 579. I don't know if we're going to hold this level when we open, but 118.90 is where it's at. Alberto, Tesla talk for sure. We both have been pretty aggressive on picking up shares. We want to write, laugh out loud. Thanks, Uncle. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping for, again, a decent run. And then viewers like Alberto and others who are holding off right now, not writing 105s and 110s, are going to hold up and go, okay, well, I'm going to write 120s or 130s or 140s and take a higher strike price premium up here. Yeah, that's what we're waiting on. So let's see how the shares do. They are oversold, and a $5-10 bump from here would be a nothing burger. A nothing burger. Remember, we lost 10 to 20 bucks a share for 2 weeks in a row on Tesla. We just came down and down and down and down. So yeah, a bounce back to 150 is not ridiculous to be expecting that. Plus, there's so many shorted on this thing. The shorters are going to get nervous when they see pre-markets like this. They don't like it. This scares the hell out of shorters. So giddy up, kids. Could be a fun time. Oh, my. Anyway, there you go. Never a dull moment. GameStop 1669, up 23 cents. Was sitting at 1680 a while ago. It's still very light. Casino Time says, JJ, we're about to get the bells going here from Larry Titus, and we appreciate Larry for doing this for us every day, buddy. Thank you, sir. Wait for that to happen. 118.91 on the Tesla right now. As we're getting ready to fire up, we're up 120 on the Dow pre-market. 0.36 of a percentage point, where the Nasdaq's up 72.65%. The bells are being rung right now. We are opening for trade. Thank you, Larry. Alberta, Larry, thanks for starting our day. Larry Titus, let's go, baby. Let's go. Get this party started. I'm showing a 105 to a 118 uptick in the early indications. We just started trading. We'll watch for that. And I think GameStop is showing a 1660 last trade, up 14 cents or so. Tesla, we're going to get an update right now on Tesla. We seem to be indicating, let's see if this is going to show us anything. At the moment, I don't have a trade yet. Let's see if I can get another refresh through here. Still nothing at the moment. Waiting 119.31. Okay, 119.31 up $6. It would seem to indicate on the first opening salvo on Tesla. GameStop right now 16.49, up 3 cents. The Dow up 104, 105. Moderna holding 180. ATIP at 31. And that might have been Friday's close. Yeah, that's Friday's close. We don't have a trade yet on ATIP. Looking at other stocks, I think we're open on SoFi 471, up about 9.5 cents. Apple looks to be ahead by $1.64 to 131.26. HBQ 28.60. Looks like we're up 24 cents now on HBQ. Google, we are up $1.01 at 89.18. So we've got some green here. Amazon up 227 right now to 88.35. Home Depot is up 3.34. Cisco seems to be up 15 cents. Netflix up $1.30. Pfizer just under 50 now, 49.88. IBM down 11 cents. Make that down only 3. IBM is down 3 cents, about to go positive. Microsoft up 240. Vanik is up 412, $215. Adobe up almost $9, $894, 341.69. Goldman up 242. Boeing up 71. Meta up 250. And not sure about these stocks, but it looks like 23andMe is at 212.5, up 7.5 cents. Rocket Lab at 430, up 7 cents so far. Matterport is at 275, up 3. Smart Rent down 2.5 cents. Aspire is up, looks like 4.3 cents at 98.5. Now that might be Friday's close, so forgive me if that's not right. Sextera might be down 6 cents, but yeah, I think it's down 6 at 191. All right. Early quotes. We're waiting for everything to start trading up here. 165 gain now on the Dow as all these issues are coming online. 1676 on GameStop, up 30 cents now. ATIP still waiting on its initial trades. And on Tesla, 119.54, it looks like, up 648. The range on Tesla looks like 118.11 for the low, 120.40 for the high. The key number is a little over 123. That is the number of where we were for the high after the drop off to 108, after coming down from 275 all the way down to 108, went up to 123, down to 101. Now we're at 118.19. So can the stock break 123, 124, 125? That would be a new post drop off high, and technically that could show us the way to 125, 130 or more. We'll see what happens. Up 130 on the Dow. All right, welcome to the party, everybody. We're up 0.35 of a percentage point on the Dow Jones. We've got the S&P up 0.46, NASDAQ up 0.86. The markets are rising, in particular NASDAQ. Crude only up $1.92. This morning we were up 260, and now we're only up 191 at 75.68. We'll watch crude carefully here. JD, guys, have a great day. Alex, SoFi, looking good. Deep Value, Party City up 50%. Joe K, Uncle Bruce, thoughts on Snap? Seems like it's been beaten down compared to the peers and has a PE of negative 13.36, but recovering now. Don't have an opinion on it. Flesh infection, SoFi has a frequency pattern of early morning spike, quick plummet, steady ride out ending. Alex, bid ask is 30 to 32 on ATIP right now. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you all for popping in here. The lurkers, the subscribers, the members, the party animals, all of you, thank you. Thank you so much for being part of this channel. I appreciate it very much. Thank you for these thumbs ups as well, everybody. You know what it means to us. We really do appreciate those very, very much. Keep the thumbs up coming. Trying to hit 200 every morning show. And the sooner the better, I say, because these thumbs ups gives the channel momentum. And we get discovered by new people who've never heard of us before, who never would have thought they could have written options on their stocks. What am I doing there? I can't remember. Why am I doing this? Having all kinds of issues this morning. Don't mind me, folks. I'm just in a little fog here. Trying to get my game together here. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Members only on commentary. There you go. All right. I'm thinking of too many things at the same time. And I'm old. That's right. Yeah, that's an excuse. I'll use that. Yeah, let's use that one. That's a good one. Okay. There we go. All right. Thank you all for being here. Looks like we're going to, we got someone else coming in on the 6-on-1. We shall take care of you guys for sure. Oh, also, those of you who want to become Discord followers, let me know, and we'll get you linked towards that as well. Okay, moving on here. Quick things happening all over the place. Thank you all for being part of this channel. Let's see. There we are. 162 thumbs ups. They're coming in. Thank you, everybody. Let's see. Bargoons all around says flesh infection. Have a great day. Jason, flesh infection. Juan, Tesla was the best-selling private car in Iceland in 2022. Mirko, I'm 162 on the thumbs up meter, Bruce. You're only 38 away from 200. Thank you, everybody. 118 now on Tesla. The high of 120.40 looks like we've set. The low 117.28, and we're just around this 118 level right at the moment. We've got the Dow ahead by about 116, and we've got S&P up 16 points, NASDAQ up 83, oil up 177. What else is happening here? The FTC, Federal Trade Commission, wants to ban non-compete agreements. This man was forced to sign 4 non-competes. It just doesn't feel right. There are. This blows me away, and this shows me how pathetic lawmakers are for their own citizens. I believe it might have been Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, one of these states in the South, and I could be wrong on all 3 of them. And if I'm wrong on all 3 of them, I apologize. But it seemed to me to be from the southern U.S., and I read this or heard about this a couple of years ago, and it had something to do with non-compete clauses were being insisted on. People working at McDonald's, Burger King, Subway, Wendy's. If you worked at one of these fast food places, you signed a non-compete that meant you would not switch to another burger joint to flip burgers over here for more money, that you would stay where you were. And I thought, going after the lowest of the low earners on non-competes is almost slavery. I mean, that is right back to the Civil War. I was so disappointed. And I couldn't believe that the large burger joints, the big brand names, weren't getting slammed on social media as they should have been for this policy, because it was basically a franchisees doing this. This wasn't the corporation as a whole, but they were tolerating it by their franchisees. And I just thought, this is the lowest of low um, tactics to keep prices low for those who can't even afford, to live. I mean, it was just pathetic, is what it was. Absolutely pathetic. Anyway, what can I say? It's out there. I agree. Non-compete clauses, I wouldn't sign one. No way. I think that if you can't pay a wage, then you don't deserve my attention. You don't deserve my talents, no matter what my talents are. If I move a broom, or I drive a truck, or I hit a forklift, or I'm a manager, or whatever, I'm not going to sign a non-compete. Pay up. Unbelievable how labor consistently gets crushed in the freest country in the world. Amazing. Just absolutely amazing to me. Anyway, there it is. What can I say? Just an old man ranting. Yeah, don't take it personally. I'm just an old man ranting at this. I don't think it's fair. But what do I know? We're up 105 on the Dow. We're at 1668, up 23 cents on GameStop. It looks like ATIP is trading 8,600. We're at 32 cents, up a penny. So it is trading. Tesla 118 up 494. SoFi 471 up 9.3 cents. Apple 130.84 up $1.22. HPQ up 18. Google up 131. Amazon up 222. Home Depot up 292. Cisco up 21. It's green everywhere here. Almost. Netflix is down $1.28. Pfizer down 134. IBM is now green, up 6. Microsoft up 250. Bannock up 380. Adobe up 740. Goldman up 165. Boeing down $1. Meta up 115. ME up 6.5. Rocket Lab up 5.5. Matterport up 3. SmartRent unchanged. Spire up 4.3 at 102.8. And Cyxtera is now up 2 cents at 199. So the greens are outdoing the reds. For sure. Royal Caribbean up 55 cents. What else is going up here? JP Morgan up 2. Costco up 96 cents with a big gain on Friday. Nvidia up 494. American Airlines at 1442, up 24 cents. How about that? That's what's going on. A 136 gain on the Dow, 15 on GameStop right now. And Tesla 567 higher at 118.73, going for 119 again. There you go. There it is. Welcome one, welcome all to the party. Great to see you here. Hope you had a great weekend. Those of you who are taking classes, congrats. You're getting smarter all the time to learn how to write call options. There's money in them there hills to write call options here against stock you got, or deep in the money calls. So there's some real potential here to get out of jail card, which is called quit your day job card, because of poor deep in the money poor man cover call strategies. Way to go, guys who are taking advantage of that. I congratulate you. Oh yeah, good times, good times. Welcome all to the show. Here we go. Moderna's up 82 cents to 181.17. And a Tesla 118.93, just about to hit 119. It looks like. SoFi 470 up 8 cents. Apple up 112. Right on. Yeah. The interesting thing on ATIP BW, that's right. 8,000 shares hardly pays for their fees to be listed. Yeah, I just get the impression that the first thing that is not happening, panicked sellers aren't coming in, that there's nothing coming in on the bid. So it's now you got to go share hunting if you want some, and you've got to put in better bids if you want to get it. And this tells me from here to 50 to 60 wouldn't be much of a move. Wouldn't take much to pop it. Robert, 171. Thank you, Robert, for that thumbs up. Dude, it's kind of cool hearing everyone asking questions in the lessons and seeing that they're still all here. I heard Beach Boy in the last lesson to ask a good question. Jennifer is the moderator when it comes to classes, and she reads all the comments coming in, all the questions, and then she'll kind of put together commonly asked questions, and she'll say, here's one from a specific individual, or here's one from 3 or 4 people. They ask about they're asking about this. You want to answer that, because during my classes, I don't just sit here and talk to you and it's a one-way deal. It's a two-way street in the classes. People ask me questions as I'm trying to explain how option writing works, why it's done this way, how it is done, how you can do it. And I'll stop the lesson. I'll answer the questions, might spur more, discuss it thoroughly, and then move on with the class. That's why they're not structured as like 48-minute classes, or, you got a 50-minute period here, we got to get it done. These classes run an hour and a half to 2.5 hours because they're free-for-alls, and they're plain English free-for-alls. People ask me, would you explain that again, what you just said, in a different way? And I'll do it again in a different way. And this is why the classes are so popular amongst the viewers here, because they go, I get it now. I get this. This stuff they talk about on CNBC and Fox Business and all these other sites, I don't understand these guys. They're using words that don't exist in the English language. Here it's understandable, and now I understand this is why institutions write options. It's a big business for these guys. Yeah. Now you're becoming part of it. Oh, so good. Alberto, dude, Face and the Wednesday gold sessions are phenomenal as well. Yes, so we have Wednesday primetime live at 8 o'clock for Gold Bagel members only with your buddy Uncle Bruce. And of course, one-on-ones work out well. This Thursday, 6-on-1 is open at 1 o'clock Eastern time. You want to be one of 6 people on camera with me during market hours on a closed set. You're welcome to join myself. Beach Boy is already signed up, and if any of you want in, you let me know, and we'll get you set up. Okay. Dude is saying it shows the value of what you offer to me and everyone here. Thank you, Uncle B. You got it, guys. JR, hello, everybody. It was pointed out to me that there was a discrepancy on my 90-10 rule calculator. It has now been fixed on Discord, so no more confusion. Right on. People love to know how that 90-10 thing works. 168 is the gain on the Dow. We're I think at the high of the day right now. We're up 26 on S&P and 124 on NASDAQ. So we have a 1.2% gain on NASDAQ. That is the high of the day, and it's 0.47 on the Dow, which is barely a third. So we have some upside in front of us. It seems to me what we got going on there. GameStop is up 18 cents to 16.64. ATIP at 31.9 at 0.9 cents. Tesla now up $7.59, 120.65. This is new high territory for Tesla this morning. If I am not mistaken, 120.82 has just been touched a few moments ago. We are at the high of the day right now on Tesla. Okay. SoFi 475 up 13.5 cents. Apple up 172 at 131.34. HBQ up 22. Google up $1.50. Home Depot up 3. Cisco up 31. Netflix up $1.20. Pfizer is still down, but only down 109. IBM up 52. Microsoft up 280. Vanik up 558. Adobe up 889. Goldman up 383. Boeing down just 70 now. It's coming back up. Meta up 112. ME is up 12 cents to 217. Rocket Lab up 8.5. Matterport up 7. SmartRent up 5. Spire up 4.5. Cyxtera up 6. All the former SPACs are rising with this market as well. That's what's going on. We apparently have 3-week highs on U.S. markets right now. That is what the story is. 3-week highs, and this doesn't surprise me to see Tesla at 121. This is not surprising at all. This Tesla is definitely catching a buy wave. There's money coming into this market, and it's coming into the bargoon stocks. Tesla is one of them. We're now positive $8 on the session. Welcome, everybody. Jason has decided I can't stand it any longer. I got to become a member of this channel. I can't be a lurker. Lurkers are losers. I don't want to be a loser. I want to be a winner. Jason, welcome to the party, pal. It's nice to have you here. Chilling with Uncle Bruce level works, whether it's the chillin' level or the Gold Bagel member. Welcome to the gang that can't shoot straight. Or, well, actually, we do shoot straight. Welcome. Jason's good to see you, buddy. I think Jason's been here before. Something tells me Jason is re-upping his membership. I could be wrong. He finally took the plunge, he says. So hey, he's brand new. Well, that's great, man. Thank you, pal. Thank you, pal, for joining in. I hope you inspire many others to pile in with you. And welcome to the party, pal, where we try to make money in this option market. It's just that simple. We're just trying to make money here. We're up 155 on the Dow Jones at the moment. The high of the day on Tesla, 121.16. Trading at 120.80. Looks like we're going to go higher through that again. We're at 31 cents again on ATIP. We got GameStop at 16.69, up 23 cents. SoFi up 19 now, 481. We're getting closer to that $5 level on SoFi, kids. It's coming. Can you feel it? I feel it. We're coming. We're coming up there. Alberto, welcome, Jason. Let's get the dinero together here. Mandu, welcome, Jason. Hello, Jen Jr. How are you doing today?
As usual, just woke up.
Jennifer Jr., we sold her a bill of goods. I mean, we fooled her big time. We said, hey, Mom and Dad are in Palm Desert, California. Why'd you come down? Palm trees, green grass, blue skies, people golfing outside. You're going to love it. You can relax, work on your tan, head for the pool. It's all good times. But then Jen Jr. said, yeah, but isn't Mom going into the hospital for her hip? Oh, yeah, but it's a nothing burger. In and out, no big deal, And so Jen gets her hip done, and Jen Jr. figures out pretty quickly she's got day shift. And Jen is Jennifer Aniston lookalike wife. I mean, hot property. I mean, there's high needs here.
My mother, one of a kind.
See, yeah. one of a kind. So Jen Jr. is working her tail off on that. And then she figures out, wait a minute, hold it, whoa. If you, Dad, are on the air starting at 5:30 in the morning California time until like 7:30 in the morning California time, doesn't that mean I have to get up around 6 or something to kind of help out Auntie Jen? Because you can't help her out till after 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. And it seems that Jen Jr. does not get up at 6 in the morning where she comes from in her world.
I've been doing it.
She's been doing
okay.
She's been doing very well. But
it's just a shift.
It's just a shift. That's all it is. It's just a shift. And so
somebody's got to keep you bageled, man.
Someone has got to keep Uncle Bruce bageled up.
People are depending on this.
This is important for the channel. This is not just like a gimmick or anything.
There's a lore.
There's a lore to it. There you go. Good morning, Jen Jr., says Larry Titus. Jason says, hello, everybody. Matt, hello, Brucey. You were right. They are definitely buying today. John Anderson, good morning, Jen Jr. BW, ABA, amen to that. I don't know what that means. But Alberto, Jen Jr., how you doing, Joey's voice? How you doing? How you doing?
There you go, yeah.
How you doing? Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. I promise I'm usually more energetic.
if Mr. Burns was here, he'd be going, excellent. How are you doing? Release the hounds. Yes. Yes. Take care of Jennifer. Yes, Jen Jr. Excellent. Well, what should I have on my bagel today?
Well, I feel that since we have perfected the jelly situation,
it was pretty darn good last time, I gotta say.
I'm still feeling pretty confident about that option.
I think you're on a hitting streak that continues on. So maybe that's what we work on. That we have another toasted bagel with butter and roasted sesame seeds and some grape jelly on there that will suffice indeed. And maybe make yourself a coffee while you're out there.
Oh yeah. that's
Get some
gonna be
caffeine in your
the
system.
First order of business. I will think about some of my favorite Simpsons quotes.
Ah, excellent. Excellent. All right.
See you in a minute.
Thank you so much. Fantastic. Jason is saying, BW, I hear you. I did my first option a week or two ago. Flint Creek, good morning. Uncle Jen Jr., AJ, everybody. BW, watch out, Uncle Bruce or Jen Jr. will unionize if you keep pushing the envelope. Either that or she'll end up putting more orange marmalade on your bagel instead of grape jelly. Flint, Uncle Bruce, not you. And Jason will compound in time. Splair, good morning, Jen Jr. I understand you in Germany. I get up mostly at 10 when I don't have other work to do. Otherwise, I search for work when I don't get up before 8. Jason, hey, Alberto, want to get into the Discord group as well. Alex, good morning. Jen Jr., you are doing a great service to us all, keeping the main man well fed. Fantastic. It's all great. Jen Jr. and I went for a nice little walk yesterday in downtown Palm Springs. She got me going on a long walk. Well, she wanted to see some of these vintage stores that were down there. Vintage stores we saw. And I'll tell you, I had to get up this morning with Auntie Jen, help her with her first thing in the morning needs. And I had trouble getting out of bed. I'm going, what is wrong with Uncle Bruce this morning? And then it occurred to me, oh yeah. You were walking with your daughter for a couple hours yesterday, and you're out of shape. You're one big fat lug, and you're trying to hang on, trying to keep up with a 34-year-old that weighs virtually nothing. Yeah, no kidding. Are you in trouble? Yeah, good old Auntie Uncle Bruce is. He's medicated this morning. Let's just say that. Yeah. There you go. Alberto, Jason, send Uncle Bruce an email requesting the Discord. He'll get you set up. Bobby, all my April GameStop rights are under the stock price now. I'm over here cheering the stock to go back into the 20s. Giddy up. Cindy, I bought back my Tesla covered calls. I made $300, about 75%, and I wrote again with a strike of 107 for this Friday. Should I wait to roll or try now? Well, if you've written Teslas at 107 and we're now at 121, you may want to look to roll for maybe a Friday or two further ahead. See if you can get up to the 110, 12, 15 range. Just kind of follow the stock here. Bring in more money, though. Bring in more money. Watch those option chains. See what it gives you. If you have to write out a month or longer, then you do so. Take in more money. Sean and Wendy, number 76. Hello, Miss Auntie Jen Jr. Thank you very much. Neat. Thank you all for being here. Welcome to the party, everybody. We're up 114 on the Dow. GameStop 1662, up 16 cents. ATIP at 31. Tesla at 121.49, and I think we have been setting record highs here. 121.67 and 121.50 now. So we are definitely hitting highs. 121.63. We are up 8.50 and counting, another couple of dollars, and we'll have higher highs than before. So this recovery is definitely taking hold here. And I kind of called it. I kind of expected it, but we're going to have these gyrations in the meantime. So here we are. We'll see how it goes. BW, Uncle Bruce, does that mean that you're dipping into Jen's happy pills? No. Medicated while online, not always a good combination. No, not going near her stuff. Not at all. We'll say, though, the good news is Jen has been cutting back on her meds. She's like that. She really doesn't like to be fully, over medicated. So she cuts back. She's now on half of some of her prescriptions, which the doctors agreed would be a good thing. If you can handle it, great. But if not, don't worry about it. So we're pleased about that. Hazy is here. Hi, Hazy. Thank you for this donation here. All indicators point to GAMC. What is this? Squirting this January OPEX. Are you buying 5-10 weeklies with me? I'm not quite sure what this means. Does anyone know what this means? We're at 1656 on the GameStop right now, up a dime. And I'm not sure what that message actually means. So I'm a little out of that. Jason Alberto, thank you. I emailed Uncle Bruce, so we'll get you into Discord. 123 gain on the Dow. GameStop up 12. Tesla 121.89, 122.34, 122.44, up 9.38 on Tesla now. SoFi 486, up 24 cents on SoFi. The volume so far only 5.1 million, and we are up 24 cents to 486 on the SoFi. Here we go, getting a little better there. Apple up 240, 132.02 on the Apple. HPQ up 20, Google up 177, 89.93. We're going for $90 on Google now. Home Depot up 323, Cisco up 47, Netflix up $2, Pfizer down 142, IBM up 33, Microsoft up 398, climbing. Vanik up 672, climbing. Adobe up 1340, climbing. Goldman up 340, Boeing down 160, Meta up 179, ME. Look at the ME up 14 cents, 219. Rocket Lab up 8 to 431. Matterport up 14 cents, 15 cents on Matterport, 287. Smart Rent up a penny. Spire up 8.5 to 107. Cyxtera up 9, 206. All of the former SPACs are having a good morning this morning and climbing again. There you go. Marcus, I'm 182. Nazareth, Googling GameStop and squirting yields some interesting results. Uncle Bruce, don't do that. Karim, 510 calls. Don't know what that means. Jason, I'm going to need to change my bagel name, laugh out loud, since I'm at work. Make sure you stay anonymous there. Up 149 on the Dow. We're up 36 on S&P and 176 on NASDAQ. 1.67% on NASDAQ. We're definitely climbing here. 0.92 on S&P, only up 4.2 on the Dow. The Dow is barely 1/4 of the NASDAQ gain. So the Dow should be up now about 550. We're only up 136, so there's some climbing that might be done here by the Dow. We'll watch for that. 1673 on GameStop, up 27 cents. High today, 1689. We're climbing up to the highest level since the opening on GameStop right now, up 31. Tesla 122.52. New highs, I think, are being hit on Tesla again right now. 123 has been touched already today. We're pushing this a little bit here. 926 and climbing. 486 on SoFi, up 24.5. Apple up 250. There you go, guys. We are climbing on some of these markets. We'll take it. Not surprised to see it, though. We're oversold on a lot of stuff. Very interesting moves so far here. Welcome to the party, pal. It's nice to have you join us here on some of these markets. We're up 99 on Moderna. GameStop 1682 now, up 36 cents. Tesla 122.44, 938 gain here. SoFi 487, another half a penny higher. 487 on SoFi. Apple at 132.23. And then back to our former SPACs. ME up 13.5, Rocket Lab up 7.5, Matterport up 16 now, 288. Smart Rent up 1.6, Spire up 7.5 to 106, and Cyxtera up 9 to 206. So they're climbing a little here, a little there, with the Dow up 147 now, up 0.41 or so. Okay. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party all. Nice to see you all here. We are a 0.96 higher on S&P. NASDAQ now up 1.7%. The ATIP volume today is only 18,800, and we're up 0.9 of a penny, 31.9. No selling seems to be coming in here from what I can tell you. Tesla 122.36 here, up 9.30. And SoFi at 487, up 25 cents, 487.5, another new high, pushing 488 now on 5.6 million on SoFi. So Not heavy volume, but we're moving up smartly on SoFi. 25.5 cent gain to 47.5. Giddy up. Apple 132.24 up 260 now, and HPQ up 28. Google is over 90. 90.02 up 186. Climbing up again. Home Depot up 326 right now. Okay. 1689 on the GameStop. The high of the day, 1694. We're 5 cents away from the high of the day on GameStop. 1694 was the high. 1689 is where we're at on 629,000 volume. Is not taking much to move up GameStop. Good to see that popping up a little bit again today. Giddy up. Welcome to the party. BW, for the past 1 year on the show, we hear you mention the former SPACs penny up, penny down moves. Will they start moving in dollar increments anytime in 2023 or next year? Boy, wouldn't that be great? The next thing we're going to look at are nickel and dime moves, up 10, up 15, up 20. Then we'll see those, 30 to 50 cent moves per day. And then hopefully we'll see the 75 cents to $1 per day. But, all these companies have to do is just show the world that they are approaching the break even and profitability movement, and away we go. Look at GameStop, 1704. Just broke it. Broke 17, says Coyote. Right on, 1704 in GameStop. We're up 58 cents. Just a little pop came through here. 1708 right now, up 62 on GameStop. Nice. I'd like to see it higher. This is good stuff. Making you folks richer. Those of you who've been buying these deep in the money calls on GameStop, you're going to get a reward here. These calls are now 7 in the money if you've got tens. They're 12 in the money if you got 5. So nice to see this happening here. Bring it on. Tesla 122.63. It would appear we're approaching the high of the day of 123 yet again. 945 gain or so on Tesla as the market continues to improve here. Okay, S&P up 174. SoFi 485.5, up 23.5. Giddy up. Apple up 243 to 132.05. GameStop 16.99, 17.08. Just we're volatile on GameStop. We're going higher. The volatility is higher. 17.08 up 62 cents. 715,000 volume. Nothing incredible. Just buying coming in on GameStop. It's oversold. We know that. All of us know it. Here we go. Someone's here. Hello. Look.
I got it.
Wow.
I got it
Look
down.
at this. Look at this. Awesome sauce.
Hello.
Everyone's saying, she's saying hello to you. Jen Jr.'s here. They've been saying hi to you while you've been out. And thank you so much. We've been watching these markets getting better and more better and more better.
Yeah, the weather says it's going to be mixed day.
Yes, somewhat, but now definitely getting on the green side.
Well, that's because of the bagel.
The bagel and the anticipation of the bagel.
The
knee emojis are being used by the Knights of Knee.
emojis?
Oh, yeah, don't you know that?
Yes.
Let me show you right here. You want to see a knee emoji attack? Watch these viewers start doing this. These are the knee emojis right here. Neat. So I start popping them up, and then stocks begin to do what we want because the knee emojis overpower stocks and indexes. And then watch what happens with viewers. Here they come. Here's Larry Titus with his knee emojis. There's D.H. Ruda. There's Kareem. There's Richard Carlin. There's Coyote. There's Mirko. Spicy Android. Here come the knee emoji attack.
You have an entire army.
Nazareth is throwing him in there. We've got, I can't keep up with them all. There's Nazareth right there. Marcus is there. Tiff, Sell My House Fast and Upper Marlboro. The knee emoji. John Gill. Look at them coming in. We can't keep up. Cindy B, TJ, who cares? JR, Deep Value, Beach Boy, JR, they're coming in like there's no tomorrow.
The army is approaching.
The Knights of Knee, David Scott, here we go. Deep Value Investing, IR Aaron, Rolo 88, Oscar Davila, Lame Duck. Don't get in the middle and the way of the knee emoji attack. You'll be run over. Look at the kicking legs. We got knee attacks. Knees. N-E-K-N-E-E knee attacks. Obama Babe is here. Jason's here. Splair. They're just coming in. There's no stopping this emoji
Now
attack.
you need
It's
a shrubbery.
shrubbery.
A shrubbery.
Shrubbery, bring us a shrubbery. It's Mandu. Mandu is here. Oh, you gotta love this. See, so that's what happens around here.
It seems very scientific.
It's very, it's incredible. Stocks do what we want them to do when we hit the knee emojis. They're just.
All right. Well, enjoy the bagel.
All right.
Don't interrupt.
We'll enjoy this right here. Let's see.
Yes.
Oh yes. Those roasted sesame seeds, toasted bagel, with that grape jelly.
These really should
Nailed it.
you. All right. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
Thank you, ma'am. Have a good one. Thank you all so much for your support. Jen Jr. loves it. She just loves it. It's wonderful. Thank you all. Popping up those knee emojis. Anyone who's a member can pop up knee emojis anytime. Bagel hands. 1707. GameStop. 1707. Tesla 121.99. Ciao, Jen Jr. Beach Boy. Hi, Jennifer Jr. Did you air tour grievances these Festivus with the rest of Festivus? Festivus for the rest of us. Right on, Beach Boy. Thank you. Right on. We're up 155 on the Dow. GameStop 1705 up 59. Tesla 121.52. SoFi 485. Apple 132.50 up 288. Giddy up. We got a run going here. BW, Jen, this is better than being scientific. This is Monty Python powering the markets. Don't get in the middle of these guys. Don't get in their way. You will be run over and squished by the giant foot. Right on. Thank you all for popping in here. 1704 on GameStop. Look at it go. All right. Definitely an update today. It's not a mega update. Like we're up 700 points on Friday. The NASDAQ is the leader, up 1.6% at 170 points. But the Dow is lagging at 0.44. It's not quite a quarter. It's a little better than 25% of the NASDAQ. But, we really should be about 500 plus points up on the Dow if we're going to equal what NASDAQ is doing. Now, NASDAQ got the jump. Maybe the Dow will catch up as the day wears on. We'll find out. There you go. So much fun, everybody. Thank you all. And thank you, Beach Boy, for the donation. All of you who do donations, you guys are great. Thank you so very much. Fantastic. Oh man, this is good stuff. Mm. Cheers, all of you. Mm, mm, mm. Oh yeah, fantastic. Beach Boy. I'm munching in front of Bruce while he's munching in front of me. What's wrong with me? If I encourage you to get a bite to eat, I'm happy. You're not going to start watching me live. Fair enough. If you have any loose change lying around in your trading accounts, keep picking off that ATIP while it's still down here under 35 cents. Gobble it up. It's only a matter of time before the stock runs out. It looks like the 25 stock is gone, and now we're running out of 30, now 31 and a half. I can tell you from personal experience through this household, physiotherapists are in huge demand. Even here in the desert, Jen had trouble through Eisenhower. She had trouble getting immediate physiotherapy coverage because they're short of physiotherapists here in the desert. Now, you'd think that the desert would have no trouble hiring physiotherapists. It's not like it costs $10,000 a month to rent a place around here. It's not outrageously expensive to live here if you're a middle class income earner, and certainly a physiotherapist is making decent dough. You can easily acquire a condo here or something like that, and build yourself up a little lifestyle here. The weather can't be beat. You can't beat the views; they're incredible. LA is just over there, but you're not in LA, and so you're in a much safer, quieter area. But even Eisenhower Medical, they are scrambling to get their hands on physiotherapists, which tells me at ATIP physiotherapy centers across the country, I would bet you every one of those centers is hiring for staff. They're just after because of the demand for services from the aging North American population. This is an undisputable fact that the average age of North America is getting higher, not lower. We're not having enough kids. And those of us who are getting on need physio for all kinds of ailments. And this ATIP company, I think they'll just keep growing. They're around for decades. The question I have with ATIP is when will an announcement come out that will wake this stock up? Is it a merger? Is it where ATIP buys a private concern and becomes a much larger company all of a sudden? Is it a combination sort of thing where they work a deal with a hospital system and become in-house hospital physiotherapy centers and outside? Something is brewing eventually. Something will happen sooner or later. There's no reason to take ATIP public and do nothing with it. It's just a matter of when, what, who, and how. But we are in a bear market, and we are in high inflation, and we are in a higher interest rate environment. There's no getting around that. So that may have put them back a while in timing, but I think the end game is the same. ATIP will be much larger than it is now because that was the plan all along. But is 31.9 cents too high a price to pay for the next 3 to 5 years? I don't think so. It's each of you have to decide for yourselves. Mm, 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 mm. I think the Dow just hit a new high. The Dow just hit a new high, I believe. Mm, mm, mm. up 190 on the Dow. Oh boy, these seeds are so good. Mm. Now I have an important safety tip. Hang on. This is one of those safety tips for those of you who are just entering management with companies where you're becoming a VP or regional manager, somebody with, with a lot of responsibility. The important safety tip is um, do not get on an airplane, get drunker than a skunk, walk up and down the aisleways, find an elderly woman sitting in the aisle seat, and then urinate on her. This is one of those I wouldn't do that moves. It's frowned upon at every level. On the plane with the other passengers, they're not going to get off on that. The person you're urinating on, definitely not going to like it. The flight attendants, the airline, they're not going to like it. But even worse, the cops aren't going to like it when they have to come and arrest you because you likely smell of urine. But your employer probably won't get off on it either. It is very likely that you might be terminated from your employment with the organization, even though you just became this person, an all-star that you were. This kind of a move can backfire, and there's evidence of this. Apparently, Wells Fargo has fired a vice president that was accused of urinating on a fellow passenger aboard a flight in New Delhi in England. So, I mean, in India. So even if you do this outside the country, it'll get back to your employer, and it could be bad news for you on a corporate level. And I can tell you that you really don't want to be the person that has on the resume that you used to work at Wells Fargo, and you left the employment of the company, and then the head office, the headhunter calls Wells Fargo and says, yeah, and we know Joe Schmo worked for you and no longer is with the company. Can you tell us why they left the company? And then the company says, oh yeah, because Joe Schmo got inebriated on an airplane in New Delhi and decided to urinate on an elderly passenger. We had to let them go. That might dim your prospects for future employment with other outfits. Just give you a heads up. I'm just saying, these are important little life safety tips that I can pass along to you from time to time as an extra bonus as being a follower of this channel. We don't just talk about the stock market's plain English or how to make money writing options on stock, writing call options. We can also provide you with valuable life lessons, with career development, perhaps things not to do to avoid jail, things like that. So you're welcome, everybody. Welcome to the channel and the show. I'm glad you're here. And I sure hope you can take advantage of these safety tips for yourself. Just another day in paradise, Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Such a fun day. Those seeds are difficult to control. They're everywhere. I'm almost done. I promise. I'm almost done. Mm. Oh boy. We're done. We're done. We're done. Oh my. Cheers, all of you. Mm, 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 mm. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all. Hawkeye was saying that I have a warning for the bagel familia here. Watch out for brokerage firms enrolling you in their lending securities program. Opt out. Happened to spouse calling or visiting Schwab today. Interesting. Beach Boy, sorry, Rugman, a 5-minute break to munch and you're back to work. Deuce Caboose, boy, I picked a heck of a time to log on. This is gross. Matt, what is this? What is this? What airline is this? I don't know which airline, but Wells Fargo was the name of the firm the guy worked for. Splair. I was reading this. Thank God I don't have ideas like that after a hit from some beautiful herbs that I can get in the pharmacy. JR. How dare you terminate me for urinating on a fellow passenger? The gall! It's hilarious to watch Uncle Bruce eat at double speed. JR, double speed munching sound is incredibly funny. Beach Boy, Jason, check your email. Deuce Caboose, that 460 zone on SoFi is a strong one. Splair, hopefully Tesla can hit 124 today. Deuce, can't seem to stay above that too long. J-Boy, morning all, 193 thumbs up. Did some rolling during my morning meetings. Beach Boy, Deuce, the force is strong with this one. SoFi. Bobby had to stop working to write down that life hack. Do not pee on old ladies in airplane. It is just an airplane, as well as trains and automobile, or just airplanes. What do you think, Bruce? You may want to. We may want to make that a general rule. Period. Like even in restaurants and bars, on the street, you really kind of want to avoid doing that. Bobby, the airline that has a pee smell in business class. Oh, DH, I can see a wrongful termination suit here. Splair, by the way, I think it was an Indian airline. Just my thought. I don't know, kids. I don't care. I would avoid at all costs working on that kind of a deal right there. Got to kind of hand it to the folks over at Wells Fargo. They may have kind of done the right thing here in this case. Amazing, the power of alcohol, isn't it? Unbelievable. Thank you all for joining in. Oil up 240 a barrel today, now 239. S&P up 33 points, NASDAQ 166 higher, the Dow up 140. The Dow is up 0.42, NASDAQ up 1.5. Thank you all for being here. GameStop is at 1681. We had broken 17 today. We may do it again. ATIP 31.9, up 0.9 of a penny. Tesla 121.40, up 834, holding most of these gains. SoFi 481, up 19, holding most of those gains. Apple 132.63, up 301. HPQ up 32 cents. Google up $1.87, 90.03. Amazon up 243. Home Depot up 354. Cisco up 54 cents now. Netflix down 43. Pfizer down 125. IBM up 78. Microsoft up 390. Bannock up 674. Adobe up $12. Goldman up 435. Boeing down 137. Meta Platforms up 138. ME is up 13 cents to 218. Rocket Lab up 6 to 429. Matterport up 9.5 to 281.5. SmartRent up 1.5. now 1 penny at 2.74. Spire up 5.5 cents to 1.04. Sextera up 6 cents to 2.03 a share. So it's green almost everywhere with a 150 gain on the Dow now. And GameStop holding at 16.88. And over at Tesla, 121.83. The high of the day for Tesla looks like about $123. 123.05 was the high day. $1.40 from here, approximately. Would not take much to build that, get that movement going. We'll watch for that one. Okay. GameStop volume now at 1685, 1 million shares today. So we've hit 1 million on GameStop today. Thumbs up meter right on this show, 196 thumbs ups have come through. We are 4 away from 200. I thank you all again for getting us this close already to the 200 level. There's 197, 3 to go. We're going to do it. And I thank you every day. At least 200 thumbs ups comes through here. And that just helps the channel grow. And I thank you all for participating in the thumbs up game. It is great that you can do that. Thank you. Following a lot of stuff here as per usual on Monday. I'll be back on this afternoon at 3 o'clock, 1 hour before the bell goes. I'll be on at 7 and 8 o'clock tonight on my other channel, it's Traveling with Bruce. So if you're in the neighborhood and you got nothing better to do, well, pop over there. Check us out. Thank you all in the meantime for being here. 206 thumbs ups. Here they are. You guys are great. You're just powering me through there. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing, and we love it. Thank you all very much for this support. Headline: Tesla shares extend end of the week rally with a 6% surge early Monday. Well, we're up 7.9% right now at 122. Tesla's having a great run, having hit a high already, 123, and that is near the high that we had after we backed off from 275. We went down to 108, got up to 123 something. If we break 124, 125, we are in new uncharted territory for a higher level after the drop off, and we're that close, $1.50 away, and we are on our way to new highs after this pull off. So let's see what gives. We're looking good, and we're gonna grab as much of this as we can. Way to go, guys! All right. Yeah, it's more of a guideline than a rule, don't you think, though? The flight originated in JFK in New York City. Oh, no one cares if you pee on someone in a train, by the way. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. There you go. The first $5,000 of the year done, 2 minutes slower than normal. More mince pies to work off. Richard is saying, neat. BW, well, I wouldn't be surprised with that Wells Fargo news. They're all kind of a mess. Just saw an article that one of their analysts lowered the price target for Rocket Lab down from 6 to 525. Yeah, it's like they know what they're talking about. Right? BW dummies, I agree. Alex running to the sound of a homeless Canadian chewing a bagel, not the way I thought my life would turn out. Splair, just in case, I'll wish everyone here a lucrative and enjoyable Monday. Thank you, Splair. BW, sorry, that Wells Fargo drop for Rocket Lab was 650 down to 575. Way to really stick your neck out there for Wells Fargo. Way to go. 186 is the gain on the Dow Jones right now, 186 points. We are about 15 points away from the high of the session, which was set about 20 minutes ago. We are still in this area of the high of the day for the Dow. We're up 190 on NASDAQ, 1.8%. That's a new high of the day right there. And we're up 1% on S&P. That's the high of the day. So we are climbing up to the highs of the day across all the markets right now. So the Dow might break this 200-point barrier again. ATIP just headed up to 32 cents. We're up a penny now. 55,960 have gone through. It is now trading at 32 cents a share on ATIP. Tesla 122.62, up 9.56. A very healthy gain today, and it looks like it wants to go higher. 123.05, about 40 cents from here is the all-time high of the day. We could well break through that quite easily. SoFi 483, up 21 cents. Apple up 304. HBQ up 32. Google up $1.94. Amazon up 285. Home Depot up 367. Cisco up 60 cents. Netflix is green now, up 136. Pfizer only down 114. IBM up 99. Microsoft up 411. Vanik up 742. Adobe up 1333. Goldman up 555. Boeing down 194. Meta up 137. ME up 13.5 to 218.5. Rocket Lab up 9 to 432. Matterport 283.5 up 11.5. SmartRent up 1.5 to 274.5. Spire up 5.5 to 104. Cyxtera up 8.5 to 205.5. So we got gains here. Showing 16.93 on SoFi. We're approaching 17 again. And Tesla going for 123 here. 122.75. Looks like we're pushing the 123 level, and we're only at 123.05 for the high of the day. So we could easily break this at any time if this momentum keeps coming in here. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate it. Splair, it looks great on Tesla for me. Finished with Lego. Jerry Seinfeld's kitchen and made already $40 with day trading. It's enjoyable to be patient. Come on, SoFi. You have yourself a summer of a 2021 day, says Deuce Caboose. SoFi 482, Tesla 122.78, GameStop 16.94, the Dow up 209, definitely climbing. 32 on ATIP, 122.90 now on Tesla. 15 cents from the high, now on 122.94.97. We're within a dime of the high of the day on Tesla shares, going through 120.83 here the way it's going. 122.97, 122.94 range right now on Tesla shares. Okay, very interesting, very good. 16.94 on GameStop. Another wave of buying has been coming in over there. 122.99, 123.09, new high on Tesla. Just set it. 123.09, new high of the day has been set on Tesla. 123.16 has been recorded as the new high of the day on Tesla. Everybody, we're going up again. 204 gain on the Dow, 43 on S&P. Nasdaq up 198, up 1.88%. Good, very, very good. 123.16 Tesla. There it is. That is the high of the session here. We're going through. Yep, 123.24. We're going higher on Tesla now. 123.24, 16.94 and climbing on GameStop. Interesting session happening right now. Dow up 224, climbing again. 123.33 is the high on Tesla now. All righty, kids, there it is. Just as I'm shutting this show down, we're hitting another series of highs of the morning. And congratulations, those of you who are making money in this option market. It's way to go. Just write them and run them, and let's see what they want to give us. Beautiful stuff. 16.97 on GameStop. We're going for 17 right now on GameStop. Tesla 123 again. Here it is. 123 on Tesla, up 9.94. SoFi now 482, up 20 cents. And Apple 132.75, up 313, everybody. Holy smokes, my Tesla shares are above my average. Let's go, says Alberto. How about that, buddy? Nice. Very nice. 123 range right now. See y'all later. Have a good break, everybody. Kent, thank you. You got it, Kent. Keep this puppy going. We're up 219 now on the Dow. 16.98 GameStop. 180, 184 in Moderna. ATIP 32 cents. ATIP volume 61,000. That's all it took to get to 32. Tesla 122.83. 483 on SoFi, just went up another half a penny. HPQ up 38, Apple up 312, Google up 228, Cisco up 65, IBM up 120 now, Microsoft up 465. We've got Adobe up 14 and a quarter, ME now up 13 and a half, Rocket Lab 6 and a half, Matterport up 10 and a half, SmartRent up 1 and a half, Spire up 5 and a half, Cyxtera up 9 cents, Royal Caribbean up 67. We've got let's take a look here. Target down 74, JP Morgan up 58, Costco down 16 cents, Walmart up 58, Disney up 74, Nvidia up $10, 1060 on Nvidia actually. American up 40 cents to 14.58. Having a good run here at the moment, guys. That's what we got. Thank you all for being here. 222 gain on that Dow. Rock and roll. We're going higher in that Dow. We could be up 600 here the way this market's going. We're only up, we're not even just barely a third of the NASDAQ. We're up 222. So a 600-point gain on the Dow would not be outrageous. We gained 700 on Friday. Be interesting to see if we do it. 122.677 now on Tesla. GameStop 16.92. Uncle, you are the GOAT. Thanks for all your wisdom. Thank you, Alberto. JR, always look forward to Mondays. The weekends are so boring without Uncle Bruce and the Bagel Familia. Thank you all for hanging out with me today, so far today. We'll be back at 3 this afternoon for the final hour of trading today. Make sure to join me. We'll keep you posted and keep an eye on these markets. In the meantime, keep your eyes on your options and keep up the good work out there, everyone. Thanks again for those of you signing up for the 6-on-1 this Thursday. Those of you picking up classes, and then those of you who are looking for one-on-ones, just send me emails and let me know what you want to do. We'll get you figured out. In the meantime, make money out there. They're handing it to you. Why not take it? Zed last week bought my first 100 shares of Tesla at 113 and then wrote right away 120s with a strike for March 17. Should we roll or wait it out? What do you think? If you can do a roll as the day wears on, that makes you more money, great. Can you write maybe April calls for extra cash? Can you even move up a few bucks on strike? That would be good. Can you go to 125s on April and bring in more cash as well, because you're offering another month of time? Check it out. Otherwise, sit tight, see how this start does. Every day, another new adventure. Alberto Zed, a 7+ per share, plus premiums roll across arms, win. Cindy, I had to, says Cindy. Giddy up. There you have it. All right, guys. Thank you all for hanging out with me today. I appreciate it. All right. I'll see you guys shortly at 3 Eastern today as we continue this fun journey down to the money road. See what we can do. All right, guys. I'll catch you later. Have a good rest of your morning and afternoon, and we'll see you at 3 Eastern.